so I'm just gonna probably tomorrow. Probably as soon as I finish up this live stream. Really, all that you missed was the generators there, and created had the inoculation for the Scourge Plague. So like, now I have to talk to the overseer back at her home, and hopefully it's. So too, so not helpful. So yeah, for those of you who just joined, that last stream ended because the game crashed and it stopped my stream. So if you didn't watch the last stream, really all that happened was I met up with the overseer and we went down to the Nuka-Cola factory and made pretty much a new drink that had pretty much the vaccine for the Scorch Plague. And then I brought it down to the raiders and the settlers, and now I'm back at the overseer's home talking to her about to finish up the quest.
Is it done? Do they have the inoculation? What a relief, huh? We'll get shipments up and running in case that first batch wasn't enough. Look, I know you're doing more than your fair share of the work. Don't think I didn't notice. Thank you. Now that one crisis is over, it's time we start working on that mystery in the mountains. Have you heard the latest? Wise ass. It's a vault, okay? Vault 79. We don't have a way in, but I think I have a plan to at least find out what's inside. Every student who graduates Vault-Tec University has a story about the restricted wing, where all the higher-ups would have their meetings. And not just stuffy professors and their Mr. Handy assistants. I mean sit-downs with government officials, the military.
So, I watched the trailer, and the Secret Service is involved with Vault 79, so I guess that's who she's talking about.
Over 25 years in the making for me, but it's time to finally see what it's hiding. Meet you there?
So, I guess I have to go down to Vault-Tec University and I don't know where I crafted that, but whatever. So, we'll go down to Vault-Tec University and see what we have to do there. Is it Vault-Tec University? Well, I don't think I'm marked it on my... Yep, I do have to go to Vault-Tec University, okay. So I don't know exactly what I have to do, but I know I've looked around a lot in here, and I know there is like a simulation vault down here, so we'll find out. Oh, swear they still have a lot of glitches to fix.
I imagine this campus was quite lovely once. Ah, what a magnificent place this once was. The very epicenter of learning here in Appalachia. Truly, nothing is as valuable as a good education. May your travels be always safe and your mind be always open.
It's kind of a weirdo. Okay, does he just live here? I guess he does. That's strange, I guess. Okay, so let's get in here and do what we have to do. It's still not showing up for me, but maybe it'll show up here. I have to talk to the overseer. Wherever she is. What about the ghouls that are in here? Should probably get my power armor. I don't know why it didn't let me take a stem. It's kind of annoying. It's not gonna show me at all. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so now the quest is showing up as soon as I leave. Yeah, she's inside of here. sorry if these live streams have been kind of choppy. Even though I have a wired connection, I guess my Wi-Fi isn't that great for live streaming, but it'll get better. Okay, now she says okay. Oh. Alright then. I can't tell if it's dead or not. I mean, it obviously has to be because I can loot it, but it's still strange. The one thing I need to do. There we go. Then we'll switch this back out. Yeah, so this is that simulation vault I was talking about. But where's the overseer? I really don't want to go too deep into this place because it's definitely easy to get lost in. Go back up. I really don't know where she could be. I don't know if she's in the simulation vault or where she is. She's not showing up like and that she's close or anything. So maybe she's here, maybe she isn't. Who knows? But we'll look around. It's not that way. Oh, how helpful. That's nice. So I guess maybe I do have to go throughout the simulation vault because it doesn't really look like there's other place to go. I think we'll be alright if we exit our power armor. Okay, so she's 30 meters away upwards. And there's no way to get up that way. And no doors on that side. Check down here. Yeah, nothing.
This is Estella, Dr. Loris's assistant. I snuck into the reactor to help Kellerman, but there's not enough time. the reactor is going to go critical. I'm dosing Kelvin with enough right away so he can finish fixing it. But the radiation is going to get us. At least the vault will be safe.
Maybe she's up there. I don't know. Oh. Can't go through any doors.
Oh, I'm sorry. Simulation is still being set up. Maybe you should talk to Professor Bond.
That's as far as I can go this way. I wonder what happened. I mean, clearly something bad did. So it's gonna take me an eternity to find her.
Oh, we're not ready yet. Sorry.
Yeah, they added some new stuff down here, so obviously it's going to play a role in here. This is pretty annoying. It said this was an exit. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is not helpful. Of course. Yeah, this sucks. I can't remember which way it came in either. Couldn't have been that way. This is new. I swear. This is like a maze. Okay, here's an exit. Nope, I bet this is that same way that I went before. You know what? I have a better idea. This kind of sucks. have to go back in. Yep, he does live here. This kind of sucks. I didn't expect this to take so long. I literally have to just talk to the overseer. Maybe this time I'll be able to find her. So it looks like she's 46 meters to my left. Which is in the vault. That's an exit, so there's no stairs or anything there. I know this has to be more than just what I'm seeing. So she's on this level. The same level that I'm on. But how do I get to her? Is that a door? No. I swear there's nothing that I can do. This sucks. Maybe we'll go that same way that we did in the back, well, before. But I don't know. It's obviously not the right direction, but maybe in the end it'll lead us to the right direction. So that's the overseer's office, and that's the exit. And screening. And that's that maintenance place.
You'll need to talk to the professor, Bot, to start the simulation.
And there's nothing throughout here, so not that way. This is getting really frustrating. I mean, there's just nothing anywhere. We're back where we started. This really does suck. So that's where I came in at. That exit goes. That's the vault. Another exit. Door that leads to nowhere that I can't do anything to, it doesn't look like. Maybe we'll try gray. I'm trying everything. I mean, I know it's not gonna work, but why not try it? Yeah. nothing, and it's so annoying. I'm just gonna go look it up. I mean, I have nothing else to do, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I found a video, so I'm just gonna watch it and see if it leads me anywhere. I'm gonna go back to the main entrance so I can actually see where it is. Okay, so I went through the wrong door, even though it told me to go through this door, which is strange to say the least. So apparently it's a door on on a side building, which is kind of dumb that it told me to go into that building to talk to the overseer, but it wasn't even there. So kind of sucks. So the way they got in the video that I'm watching, let's see, he went to a side building. What's this? I think it's this one right here. So hopefully that works. This is probably going to be a long live stream because I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so she literally shows up right there as soon as I open up the door.
I know there's a restricted section of the university. You think the students never noticed who comes and goes?
It does not matter what you may have seen or heard before you graduated. Overseer. That is not my concern. Oh, I see one of your residents has arrived. Come here. We need to discuss this ridiculous request of yours.
Glad you're here. Maybe the two of us together can talk some sense into this machine. Can't believe this old bucket of bolts is still around.
The overseer mentioned there would be more people coming. Assuming there even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Vaulted University credentials. Faculty and staff determine who goes where in this university. Nah, former students.
I might be the only human being connected to this place that's still alive. My authority doesn't override yours?
No, it does not. And for the
This bot's
record,
definitely annoying.
I was the dissenting opinion on fast-tracking your overseer assignment. You are not. Outside world is not my problem. I see. Neither of you are going to relent. Very well. There is a problem you can help me with. This university needs graduates, and while your overseer has already been through the program, you are living and breathing enough to join this year's class.
Oh my,
This is ridiculous. Even if we had 4 years to waste, which we don't, the university is empty. There's no professors anymore.
Emergency protocols allow the Mr. Handy janitorial staff to run entrance straight through to the final exam. Their ability to run the vault simulation is experimental, but more than adequate for the task.
this is dumb.
Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault has divided into factions. You must resolve the conflict any way you see fit. Your chief of security will fill you in on the details. Good luck.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own.
It's kind of dumb that I have to do this. Maybe there's a back there that I didn't see. Yep, this way. Yeah, I'll let the overseer take care of that one. I'm not trying to waste any ammo.
You the new
Oh my
overseer?
gosh, this is where I was
Heck
earlier.
of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to... There was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of rads. That's not the worst of it. Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go in there. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, a couple days later, people noticed that one of the doctor's assistants, Estella, was missing. Everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. An eye for an eye. You what now? You found out what
Yeah, so
happened
that
to her?
holotape I
Well,
picked
let's
up
have a
earlier.
listen then. Huh.
It was helpful.
So she wasn't murdered. She was trying to save Kellerman. The two of them ended up saving us all. This is big news, Overseer. We take this to Brass and Loris. It could end the infighting for good. At once, Overseer! Everyone gather in the common area. We have an important announcement from the Overseer.
What's this about, Robinson? I have charts to update.
Maybe the Overseers finally decided to throw your murderous backside in jail.
That's enough! The Overseer has discovered what happened to Estella. This holotape proves she went into the quarantined reactor area on her own. She and Kellerman saved the vault.
They work together? Medical and engineering?
Oh, we've been fools, Brass. Bickering like two old men while the young ran off to solve our problems. It should have been us.
I actually agree with you there.
So that's it then? No more arguing? You'll both work under the Overseer's authority?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
Good job. That's a solution
Okay,
any
so that wasn't
overseer
on
should
song,
be proud
as I
for getting to.
Thought it would be, so that's more.
Everyone learns we have to work together.
I just hope I don't get lost again. So I know it was this way. These things. Yes. No, not through here. So this is the door that I missed, I guess, maybe. It's probably that door that I missed. The one place I should have gone. Didn't do. also not have to talk to that Professor Bart. Just gonna find I just have to find that way back up, which was it was a giant hole in the ceiling, so it was further back. This really is a maze.
Well, it appears you passed the test, barely exceeding my low expectations of you. Yes, I suppose we had a deal. You are officially a graduate of Vault-Tec University, entitled to access to all areas. Back down in the vault, simulation space is a maintenance area.
Yep, that maintenance area was what I was talking about
secondary
earlier. I knew that was new.
that I believe will have what you are looking for.
It was almost good to see you again, Professor Bott.
Yes, Overseer, I suppose it was. Congratulations on one of your residents passing the program. You must be proud.
Actually, I am. Afraid I don't have my old cap and gown to share with you. Hopefully, what we'll find in the restricted wing will be even better.
Alright, so we gotta go back down to that maintenance area that I was in earlier. Well, attempted to go to. Yep, it's unlocked. That's cool.
It is the restricted wing.
I love when the game doesn't register how much damage I'm taking and their health slowly goes up when I'm killing them. We'll switch it to the handmade. I definitely still need more ammo in it.
I cannot wait to fight, so I can
it's easy.
kill you as a personal favor to Uncle Sam.
So it's below.
Who's ready to have their ass kicked?
I do not feel like fighting Gutsies today. No, this is the way. Come on, Overseer. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special Vault-Tec presentation. Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault.
So I guess they're talking about Vault
Named for the
79.
atomic number of the Metal
Yep.
Little Guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault.
Yeah, gold bullions.
Where
That
it
was the
will
new
be safe
currency.
behind Vault-Tech's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tech's signature lead-lined containment walls, airtight construction, fusion-powered generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tech.
So this mysterious cave, I visited it before, and it's, I think, a secondary entrance to Vault 79, because I went back up into this corner of the map, and that is Vault 79. And yeah, this is exactly where I was. So there's like this like elevator swing. I can't really explain it, but again, when I was doing the Mistress of Mystery, that quest, it had an opening door similar to that, and there's a keypad there, and if you put in zero, like just all zeros, it would open up the doors and do that animation. So let's see what the quest has to do. Talk to the overseer. So after I do that, I think we'll have to head up
Once
there.
the rumor mill gets it right,
And go to
there
Vault
is a
79.
treasure in that vault. All of America's gold reserves. Even getting into the vault at all is going to be a challenge, let alone dealing with that buffet line of intrusion countermeasures. But the reward? Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals? Hear me out. What has gold always been used for in human history? Money. We could create our own currency. One with a legitimate authority backed by a real resource. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight. But one day, we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights, taxes, laws. A government. We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in. To see that gold as their future.
So maybe
Fortunately, you just made contact with two large groups of people who both seem
I'm gonna bring the Raiders with me, hands down.
Have their own talents. Not my first pick, but it's hard to argue with your point. Do me a favor. Talk to them both. Get all the options on the table.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna bring the Raiders with me, but since I have to, I'll go talk to Paige first, and then the Raider leader. So I really don't know what the settlers would be able to bring in with them, other than building, because foundation, I mean, that has a lot of things building. I mean, I guess they would build their way into Vault 79. I honestly don't know, but she was right about making a good point on Raiders breaking.
Clean up this. Fix that. It never seems to end.
You keep coming around. At this rate, we'll have to get you to build a house for yourself. Oh, wait. You dwellers have that whole camp thing going on. We're usually in the build, not break business.
Yeah, that's
sometimes you gotta demolish an old space, so maybe. Why? Which vault are you talking about?
Oops, I hit the wrong button.
The
But
Vault Dweller from 76. What
I'm
is
gonna
it?
make it so he doesn't want to come with me.
We're usually in the bit. Why? Which vault are you talking about? Then we can't really help, can we? Vaults have a lot of similarities between them, but they can be all kinds of weird on the inside. You want us to help? We need to know more. Huh. Oh, I see.
I guess I have.
Interesting. Client was obviously paranoid about security. Lasers, turrets, super thick walls. This is about that treasure, isn't it? So it's not bull after all. It's in this vault, and you want us to help you get it. You got some grand scheme. That's all well and good. But my concern is how that gold can help us right here, right now. How it can help the people of Foundation. Look, let's say I believe you. A structure like this, you need some serious equipment to do any demo work. Yeah, well, I mean, we could start thinking about the rest of this nonsense. Laser tripwires? How the hell are we gonna handle that? Oh well, one thing at a time. You get us a big enough drill, we can find the right spot to hit. Every structure's got its weak point. Yeah, so am I. You don't like reality? Deal with it. Get out there and find us a drill for this crazy plan of yours. Appalachia is your stomping grounds, right? This whole area was mining country. Plenty of drilling companies around for you to look into.
Oh no. Dude, the settlers have to come with me now? I think I completely screwed that up. Oh no. Crap. And there's no way for me to go
always more
back.
work to do here at Foundation.
This kind of sucked. Okay, no, I still can't talk to you. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, that kind of got me scared because I don't really want a whole lot to do with the settlers. Like, so we're gonna do the raider quest and skip out on that settler quest. I mean, in the trailer that I saw, like it does show the settlers using the drill to break up into Vault 79, I guess. But I don't know if it is Vault 79. It could be one of the unfinished mansions, but it does look cool. And the raiders just use explosives to blow the door off of 76. So, I mean, not 76, 79. so I'll talk to her, and then we'll listen to her plan and see what she has to say. So I'm pretty sure it will just be, like, dealing with explosives, because in the trailer, that's what it showed, but we'll find out.
Your overseer came through. Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm. We've established your usefulness, but don't mistake our gratitude for hospitality. Yet here you are. It tells me you're not here just to waste my time. You want something. And it must be important, else you wouldn't be barging in here like you run the place. Out with it.
I hate it when things get messy.
Well, if that don't pique my interest, please, go on. What exactly, pray tell, is inside this Vault 79? This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it? The things I could buy with that gold. You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip is still dangling from a wire outside as we speak. Liars get wires, you dig? So let's pretend for a moment I don't believe you. What you got to convince me? You ain't wrong. Getting into one of them vaults sure would set us up for a while. Shit. You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us, 7-6. Ooh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here. If I hear any complaints on that Nuka, I'm sending them your way.
So what do I have to do now? Will it not work? Oh, I have to display plans. Okay. That's kind of cool that we can actually see the plans.
What are you looking at?
Alright. Seems pretty legit. That little concoction of yours, I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods, you get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig? I don't know, 50% of whatever we take in? Now remember who's gonna do all the heavy lifting in there. If the treasure's half as good as you say, it should be more than enough to set you up for life. And if you impress me enough, maybe you get to roll with us. That is, long as you're cool with people calling you a raider. Damn straight it does. So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, then do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig? Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Let's try to keep this on the down low, alright? I don't want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig? Hey, 7-6. You know, the quicker you get Lou on board with us, the quicker we get into that vault.
Okay, guys, that's gonna wrap up this live stream for today. I'll come back with a video, rating Vault 79, and I'll post that video that I made before this live stream. So, if you like the video, like it, and if you want more content, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.